Good morning everyone, my name is Gabriella and today I am on Gabriella's garden. I would like to show you, teach you and take you through the process of making a strawberry planter out of a pallet. This pallet I made into a strawberry planter in May 2022. So it looks a little bit weathered, but it's done really well and it's given me loads of strawberries over the last 2 years that I was really pleased with. Now today I'm going to brush this down, clean it off and then give it a fresh lick of paint. So I've had a couple of days away from the garden and I just came out and look, you can see red. Look. Oh, wow. What's that, Jay? What's that? So just needs another day in the sun. I might face it that way. Are you sniffing? Are you sniffing? Hey. Okay, so it's there. What's this one? Look at it. Oi, careful you. There's another one. Look, there's another one, Jay. Wow. Oh, so excited. And all I did was take pieces like I just described and put them underneath. So I've got 2 pieces here because there was actually like a 2 centimetre gap and I didn't want this hole. So I just put 1 piece there up to this piece and just nailed it from underneath. And I've done that on every level. And at the bottom, I actually just put 1 or 2 pieces across the bottom so it was off the ground a little bit. So it gave me 6 spaces. And the particular reason why I like this pallet is because it's long rather than short like the one that I'm about to do now. But that's okay. So I'm going to make a second strawberry planter today and I'd like to show you guys how I do this. You can see that I've got a nice simple dirty old pallet here that I found on the side of the street and literally just asked the person in the shop if I could have it, whacked it in the car and brought it down to the allotment. That happens quite a lot, to be fair. Now, hello baby. Now you've got 3 different bays of which you can put either strawberries in, which I will be doing, or herbs. Now what I'm going to be doing is putting bases on the bottoms and then I'm also going to be filling in the holes at the back just to stop any birds or bugs or anything coming through and just to give it a bit of a neater, nicer look. So this is a second piece of something. I don't actually know what it is or what it was, a pallet or something. I'm going to pop all these off and I'm going to use these to fill in the bases and the backs of my strawberry planter. Now one of them has already popped off, which is quite nice. I'm going to dismantle this and then show how we fit it in. Now, I want to make my planter as simple as possible, and with that means having simple tools. So a hammer, I think, a fork thing, and some nails. So these nails are 1 inch long with a big head, so they'll go through both pieces of timber. I may also be using a saw. Now, if you have other items like a circular saw or an electric drill, then you can use these, of course. But if you're just an average Joe and you've just got a few tools lying around, then this is perfect for you. Now, if you had a chisel or something like that, then you could use that. However, I'm literally just going to put the edge of my fork in, tap it in, and just see if it will pop open, which hopefully it will. Voila! Well, that was a little bit trickier than I thought, and actually it was easier just to put my foot on it and just yank it. But the principle's there. Okay, so I dismantled the other pallet. It was a little bit more trickier than I thought. Note to self, it is actually not difficult, but you've got to have a bit of patience with it. It takes a little bit of time, hence why the video is sped up. But you will eventually get there, and then afterwards you'll get a pile, hopefully like this. Now, safety tip, always have your nails facing down. Because I'm not going to lie, as much as I love my wellies, I don't want anything going through them. So, this is the pallet that we're going to fill in. And these pieces are going to go along the bottom. So imagine if this is upside down, they're going to go like this. Now, if you wanted to, you can measure them up and just cut the end off. However, the reason I suggest leaving them a little bit off is when you've got strawberries, they send off suckers, and to actually like root the suckers, you want to put them in like a little pot, whether it's this little or extra little. And I found last year that I was literally putting them on the edges or in them. So decided that this one, I'm going to put them a little bit overlapped, so it gives me a little shelf. It just makes it a little bit easier, and it looks cute. So I now have my pieces, of which are going to go in my slots. So I've got my 3 lengths now. I've just tapped all the nails in and I've placed them like this. So this is how the bottoms are going to be filled in. However, I've just found that this piece is a little bit shorter. So I'm going to put that one on the bottom. So if this is upside down, put this one on the bottom. So one, it fits a little bit tighter, and 2, it just gives me that extra kind of inch off the ground. So I've gone with the shorter one at the bottom, and then these 2 pieces. And now all I'm going to do is find my hammer, find my nails, which is behind me, and I'm simply going to hammer it in. I'm going to eyeball it like that. Yeah, that's pretty much exactly how I want it. I'll start with the top. You can use existing holes that are already in the pallets. It's a little bit easier. It's actually much easier. There we have it. All 3 bottoms are put on, and I've got 4 cute little shelves on the 2 sides. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn it round and I'm going to fill in the 2 back pieces over here. So there's no actual reason for this. You don't have to. This is pretty much ready if you want it to be. I just think it looks pretty, and I've got 2 extra pieces of timber. So let's nail some nails. My trusty hand saw and saw these edges off. Lovely, so that's done. 2 pieces. Tip for sawing: long, slow strokes. Let the saw do the work so you don't have to. So that's that. Nice edges. Lovely. Oh. Now, pretty much, I might paint it, I might not, I might sand it, I might not, but it's pretty much done. So I do have these gaps here to contend with. Now what I did with my first pallet, strawberry pallet, is I just put another piece at the back here. And I do have these pieces, which I would essentially just have to saw down so that it fit, and just put it underneath. But I might not. One, because I like the idea of it being this easy and this simple. I was also thinking that of just a few extra tips. If you don't have somewhere on the ground to put this, you could hang it up. You can literally just put some brackets up, put it on the back. You can fill more of these in if you want. You can write on the tops. You could put like a trellis or something here if you want this for flowers, sweet pea, something a little bit climby. If it's on a patio, you can put feet on it. Feet, you can put feet on it. Oh, I'm gonna put feet on this. Because mine's actually sitting like in the dirt of like on the grass, like next to the grass. So it actually makes sense for me to put feet on it to preserve the bottom of it. Beautiful. So that idea of having the feet, I've just wanted to show you. This is where my strawberry planters sit, down this section here. So it actually makes sense for me to put feet on mine. I probably won't put them on this one because this one's got a double base at the bottom. But this is my 2-year-old pallet that has been repainted and it looks fabulous. So I'm just gonna line the inside. Didn't paint the inside, no need. Line the, oh, I missed a bit. I need to paint that bit. I'm gonna line the inside and then get my strawberries in because they are busting to get out. So that there is my finished strawberry planter and I am really pleased with it. So it's as easy as that, but I do want to give you a few ideas about how to turbo it, basically to make it your own. So it is a pallet, so it is a bit jagged. So you could use some sandpaper. Like literally I've just got old pieces that you can just sand down to give a bit smoother finish, just in case you've got kids around and you don't want any splinters. This is like a sanding sponge, so it's a little bit easier on the hands. You could stain it in an oil of some kind to preserve it. You can paint it any colour you want. Now just a note on, this is a pallet and I'm hoping that you got it for free, so you don't, if it dies in 3-4 years time, just make a new one, so it's all right. So don't worry too much about trying to preserve the length of it. It will be okay. And then I also just want to run through about the actual insides, about keeping your compost. So you've got loads of different ways to do it. You could do weed matting. This is a piece of weed matting that I found in a skip as I was walking the dog. You can just cut it up and line it in there. You could also line the back of it if you want. You could use this kind of material, whatever these baskets are made out of. If you've got any of these and they're broken, you can put that in it. And then you've got good old plastic bags, simple. You've got a co-op compostable recyclable bag. However, what I used was, so in my first planter, I used these food compost bags that you use at home. I literally just bagged them open, put 2 lining the bottom, and that was it. They lasted the whole season, and then when the season was over, I just took out all the compost, and this was decomposed, and it did brilliantly. So it doesn't have to be complicated. It can be just nice and easy, nice and simple. And whatever you've got, recycling's the best way. You don't have to go out and buy things for it. Just have a look around your house, have a look in a skip next time you're on a walk, and just see what you can find to use. I hope that my little video has inspired you to make your own strawberry planter / herb planter out of a good old 3B pallet. I hope you guys have fun doing it. Now I'm gonna get this thing into the greenhouse because it's giving out rain all day tomorrow, and I want to get it painted. So I'm gonna put it in the greenhouse and get it dry. Hope you guys have fun. Let me know if you have made one. I would love to see it. Send me a picture. Hope you guys have a great time and have a great evening. Thanks for watching. Bye.